Hey, what's up everyone? This season I took Cyber Dragon to Master 1 and I wanted to show you some of my games. If you're wondering how the climb went, well, it was pretty easy. Let's count the losses here. 1, 2, 3, and I got an 8 win streak there, 4, 5. So overall around 75% win rate. Now let me show you the deck list, and if you have a question about a specific card or you just want to see the full breakdown, I'll have the link for my deck profile playlist in the description. This is the same list that I used last time. No changes were needed because it did really well and I was overall pretty satisfied with the performance. But that's it for the list. Now let's jump into some games. The first game here is against Onomat, Ryzeal, Mitsurugi. I guess that's a choice. Looking at my hand, it looks like at first glance that I bricked, but this is actually full combo. So we're gonna start with setting overflow. We're gonna go poly into Rampage, and now Chainlink 1 Rampage to pop Overflow, Chainlink 2 Hers to Search, so we get the OG, and then Overflow is going to Search Emergency. So we send Yorm because we'll need it later. Now we grab Core, and we normal summon it, grab Realm. We're right into Chimera. He has Ash, but we have the crossout for that, so no problem there. We're gonna normal summon Chimera, and then we're gonna link Core into Knight to grab Clockwork. Now we use Chimera's effect, discard Clockwork, grab Power Bond, and now with Clockwork we're going to discard OG, grab Regulus, and this will be our 5th summon, so we're protected from Nib, and it's important that we target the OG specifically because we'll need it later. So Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, we send Worm here, and now we go Power Bond. So we go into the second Rampage, and now we can go into Nova. So with Nova we'll revive Naxter, and Naxter will give us Yorm. And here we can go into Infinity, and Yorm will bounce the OG here to get us Poly back from the graveyard. So we can activate Worms and Core, grab Overflow, and then we're going to go into Vamana. And now with Poly a second time, we go into Heos. We activate Heos, and then we set Overflow and pass. So this is 6 disruptions with that hand. Let's see what they do. So they're gonna start with Tachyon, we're gonna negate with Regulus. They have Droplet, that's fine. Habakiri with Saji, we're gonna negate that, and we still have Overflow and Heos, right? So Typhon, and then we're gonna pop it with Overflow, and that's game. Alright, now let's go to the next one. Here I am going first against Pure Mitsurugi. So we're gonna start with Core to try and grab Realm. And with Realm, we're going to grab Chimera. But he has Max C, so we're forced to end our turn. So we activate Clockwork, and then we set the Imperms and pass. This is not bad. 3 disruptions, plus Clockwork, plus follow-up. Okay, so he starts with the Prayers. Alright, and then he summons back the Saji. So usually they want the Saji in the graveyard to dodge things like Imperm, right? So him summoning it back means that they either don't know what they're doing, or they're trying to bait us to Imperm it. We kind of don't have much of a choice here, so this is why I took the risk and tried to Imperm it here. Let's see what he does. So he continues with Habakiri, Aramasa into Murakumo, and now he did have the ritual, right? So that's unfortunate. He's going to pop the Core, that's fine. We still have the other Imperm in Nib, and he's gonna activate it again. Okay, Habakiri. He searches Prayers. Alright, so here I probably should have just nibbed right away, but I wanted to wait a little bit more to see what he does. He goes into Dugaris, and here we have to nib, right? Now he's going to chain Murakumo, of course, and what you want to do here is discard the nib because we don't need it. And we can just discard it, it will tribute the field, but it won't summon anything. So this way we'll save Chimera for next turn. So he's gonna summon Murakumo back, and he gets Mirror. Okay. He's gonna attack, that's fine. Set 2 pass. Okay, so what does he have here? So we know he has Prayers. He has 1 unknown set, and he has 1 unknown in his hand, and the other one is Mirror. Okay, so we're gonna start with Emergency. He's gonna chain Murakumo, we discard the Chimera. We're grabbing Yorm, and Chimera is going to send Worm. We activate Worm, send Hers, and Hers will grab us the Core here. So we are in a good spot right now. We're gonna go Yorm, and we're gonna bounce it to search Poly, and he has Droplet. Now he needs a way to send Murkuma to the graveyard because he cannot tribute it with the prayer since it's a machine, not a reptile, right? So, and he's stopping us, of course, from getting into poly here. That's fine. We're gonna continue with Nova, and here he's gonna go prayers, but we have the Imperm for that. So we're just gonna continue now with Nova, and we're going to revive, and here we get hit with Nibiru. That's okay. Nova's going to float into Rampage, and we'll come back, Murkuma will come back. That's fine. Now we can send Nexter, and we're gonna go core into Cyberload. And here I have a question for you. This Nibiru token, what is the original attack of it? Is it 6600 or is it something else? Right, so you can pause the video and think about it. This is the Nibiru text. Basically, any monster with a question mark means that their attack is undefined everywhere except on the field. When they are on the field, their original attack is 0. This is how this ruling works, and this is important here because the token is a machine now because of Clockwork. So this means we now have a machine monster with a 0 original attack, and that means we can go into Night. I was basically going to what I was going to do here is go into Naxter, and Nax will revive Nova, and then Nova is going to get us Infinity, and then we can contact fuse the board. But I got low on time, so, and this was game anyway, so I just went contact fuse the board right away and just went for game. But yeah, it's important to know this ruling with Knight because it does come up sometimes. That's it for this one. Now let's go to the next game. Here we are going second against a deck with a bunch of engines. They're playing Fiendsmith, Adamancipator, Millennium, and Gem Knights. And they will do some things, and they will end on a board that has nothing to do with their cards, right? They're going to end on the Master Duel usual suspects of Baron, IP, Sprite Elf, Abao, and thank God they didn't have Apo, because otherwise they will end on Apo as well, and Desiree. Looking at my hand, I have Power Bond here, which is pretty bad. I also wanted to point out here that I still see some people trying to play 2 copies of Power Bond. And that is just terrible, guys. This card is just so bad to draw because it's a dead card. It doesn't matter that you can combo with it. How are you going to combo if you're just going to keep breaking on it every time, right? Like you're going to see in this game, I will not be able to use this card because he has disruptions, right? He's not going to watch me while I do my thing. And if you're going first, well, they can have hand traps, right? So it's kind of the same thing. This card is just bad. We need to play it at 1 and just deal with that, right? Playing 2 means you're just going to constantly break on it. So, and here you're going to see I drew Ash. So again, I just have like a really awkward hand here. Power Bond, Ash, and even Clockwork is not that great because they can pop it, right? Or negate it. So I want to start with Horizon here and see what he does. He does negate with Varone. Okay, so keep in mind here he has a lot of disruptions, right? So Lakrama is going to revive Agnumde to Desiree, that's 2, and then Barone 3, IP into SP, that's 5, about 6, and Sprite Elf can revive something, and he has 1 unknown in his hand as well. So 6 total disruptions here at least, right? 1 is gone with Barone, so now we can continue with Worm. We're going to send hers, and he's going to get to Desiree here, that's fine. And hers is going to get us into core. Now keep in mind that Horizon, the Baron negated the activation of Horizon, so we can activate it again if you want to. So we're gonna contact Fuse. I was thinking about it for a while here, and because it doesn't do that much for us to contact Fuse the Elf, but I guess it doesn't matter. So now we're gonna go into core, and we're gonna try to grab emergency here. He allows that, so we go emergency, and now they negate. Okay, so we're gonna go Horizon into Yorm, and we're gonna send Eternity here. We activate Eternity, and okay, so here in this position, I was thinking that he realistically should be holding like the IP disruption until we get to Nova, right? Ideally, that's what they want to do. Keep in mind that they don't know what I have in my hand, so they don't know that I have 3 dead cards here, right? So it's like too risky to activate IP like early, but he did it anyways, which is unfortunate because it's gonna work out for him here. So he goes SP, doesn't want me to have, you know, level 5s to go into my Xyz plays, I guess. And then I'm gonna go into Knight, and Knight is going to revive Naxter. No response, so Naxter revive Worm. And he really doesn't want me to have any level 5 on the field. Well, that's gonna cost him, because now we can go into Seeger. And Seeger will attack over SP. We didn't want to just play Clockwork first because he could chain SP, right? So now, main phase 2, we can go Clockwork. Now, some people, still underestimate Seeger. This card, even though it's not like this crazy link that we have, it's still pretty good and does have multiple applications. One of them being Cyber Dragon on the field. This means that we can go Clockwork and Contact Fuse the board, which is really good here. So now we cleaned his board, and he doesn't have follow-up, right? So he doesn't have Engraver in the graveyard, and we do have Clockwork on the field as well. And also keep in mind that Black Dragon will not be able to revive because he does not have 3 Earth monsters. He just has 2 here. So let's see what he does, and we still have Ash. We're gonna go Ash to Ability Fusion, and that's it. And Power Bond is dead on our hand, right? This is why this card is just bad to draw, because we didn't even get the chance to use it. Okay? But that's it for this one. Now let's go to the next game. In this game, I am going against Maliss, and I'm going second. Let's see what they do. Set 3 pass. Okay, so they bricked, and this will happen sometimes to Maliss because they do have consistency issues now. Keep in mind that when they do brick, this means that they have hand traps, right? And we need to be prepared for that. So we're gonna start with Emergency, try to grab Core, and they have Draw. Pretty unfortunate. We're gonna activate Clockwork and just pass turn. Clockwork is decent against Maliss. So let's see what they do, if they get a starter or not. They did not get a starter. Okay. So we draw Max C. Now we are trying to figure out what he has here. If they had TB11, they would have used it, right? So we can rule that out. Also, TB11 is not seeing that much play now. But these set cards could be, Imperm, Impulse, GWC, things like that. So we're going to start with Core here, and the question is, if they allow Core to resolve, what do we grab here? What is the best card to grab in this position? You can pause the video and think about it. The correct card to grab here is Overflow because of what's happening next, right? So him bricking, again, means that they have hand traps, and they could very well have a second Joel, and we need to be prepared for that. For next turn, grabbing Overflow is what will win us this game. So we're going to attack, and we're gonna set Overflow pass. Let's see what they do. Did they grab a starter? Yes, they did. So they're gonna go White Rabbit. Now I could have chained Overflow to White Rabbit because the trap needs a Malice monster to banish to be activatable. But this is a bit too risky, right? Because we don't know what he has in his hand. It could be a March Hare. He could have Malice in the Mirror. He could have GWC set, right? So I just wanted to hold on to Overflow for now and see what he does next. And we still have Maxi Joel too. So let's see what he does. Okay, he grabs Dormouse here. Usually they grab March Hare, so why did they grab Dormouse, right? They're gonna go Rabbit. We're gonna chain Maxi. They have Cross-Eye. We're gonna chain Joel, and they have Call By. Nice. Okay, so that's why he didn't grab March Hare, because they had it in their hand, right? And they were going to banish the Dormouse that they just added. Okay, so here they used the effect of White Rabbit from the banished. They used Dormouse effect from the banished, and they still have one unknown. So if this card was GWC, this means that it's not activatable here because it does not have any targets, right? So, and if this was Malice in the Mirror, well, they shouldn't have set Malice in the Mirror in the first place. But even if it was, it wouldn't do much, right? So we are very safe to use Overflow here. And this will be really good because we're going to get rid of Dormouse and the set. And then he will have 2 machines on the field. So he will not be able to go into Splash Mage because that requires Cybers monsters, right? And he already used the Banished effect, so he cannot go Lizardos as well. He can banish March Hare, but March Hare will go back to his hand, right? So he will not be able to combo after this Overflow here. So we banish OG and Core and then pop. That was Impulse, okay. He goes SP, that's fine, and this is game. It doesn't matter what we draw here. We're going to search Worm and then Claw into Horizon, and that's GG right there. Right, so Horizon, and they scoop. That's it for Maliss. Now let's go to the next game. Here I am playing against Labrynth, and I am going first. So we're gonna start with Horizon, trying to grab core here. We send hers, and hers will activate to get us OG. We're gonna go core into Cyber Load and then claw into Realm. And with Realm, we're going to grab Chimera. We're gonna normal summon Chimera, link into Night to grab Clockwork. And now we can activate Chimera, discard Clockwork, get Power Bond. Now we're grabbing Regulus here. So we're gonna summon Regulus. And they have Impulse and Maxi. Pretty unfortunate here. So we're just gonna sit 2 pass. Now we have, 3 disruptions here, and we have follow-up, right? Now at this one, I did not know that I was playing against Labrynth, of course. Let's see what they do. So they're going to sit 4 pass. They did not realize that they are not allowed to sit back row against us, right? We have 3 names in the graveyard. We're just gonna go overflow, pop 3 back row, and then cyberload on a new chain to pop the last one with Rampage, right? So they know what's coming, and they're just gonna scoop it up. This was just too funny of a game to not include. Overflow is just so good. We love to see it. But that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, drop a like, comment, and subscribe to see more, and I'll catch you all in the next one.